Hello, everyone. Today's comprehensive lesson is all about getting to know the XBF-LD02S card, which is a specialized load cell expansion card used for precise measurements. We have connected the load cell card to the LS Compact PLC. We've connected it to the XEC Doctor 32H model, and as you can see, this card has two channels. We can easily connect two separate load cells to this specific card independently. As you can clearly see in the provided picture here, we have used a high-quality Suha brand load cell, specifically the model A220C, which is a standard kilogram type sensor for this setup. We've connected it to the first channel of this load cell card. Well, in this image, as you can see, it shows the wiring method for this load cell card. It shows us how it's done. Here, a junction box is used, and 4 load cells are connected to this junction box. The output of the junction box is then connected to one of the inputs of this card. So we can connect to each one. Using one of the inputs on this load cell card and a junction box, we can connect 4 load cells. And these 4 load cells belong to a single weighing system. As you can see, the wiring is set up so that you have positive excitation, negative excitation, positive sense, positive signal, negative signal, and you can also connect the shield to this section. Some load cells have only 4 wires instead of 6. When our load cell has 4 wires, we connect the positive sense to the positive excitation and the negative sense to the negative excitation. We also used an LS HMI model, Express 2-071D. And we connected this HMI to the LS PLC via the RS-232 serial port and programmed the relevant card inside the PLC. We wrote the load cell program there, and through this program, as well as the program we wrote in the HMI, now we can clearly view the precise weight measured by the load cell directly on the HMI screen. Well, it is important to note that this specific card has a wide series of advanced features. As you can clearly see in the provided image, for each of the individual load cells we connect here, we can easily have access to 0, tear, and tear reset functions. And right here on the display, we have used 3 separate numeric displays to show the data. One of them is for gross weight, one is for net weight, and the other one is for tear weight. Now, we're going to go through each of these together. For example, here I have a 2 kilogram weight. I place this on the load cell, and as you can see here, our gross weight, or total weight, is now showing me 2 kilograms. If I zero it out, meaning I press this button here, well, you can see that it reset the weight to 0 for me. Now, if I remove this weight from the load cell, you can see that the weight value shows a negative value for us. So is this the zeroing or tearing feature? So I can press this again and reset the weight value here to 0. Now, this is the numeric display. Based on the calibration we do on the load cell card, it can show us up to 3 decimal places. Here, for example, I calibrated it to display up to 1 decimal place for me. All right, so if I place a 100-gram weight on the load cell, you can see that it's displaying the weight for us here. The next feature we are going to look at is the very useful tear function. If I place an empty glass container on this load cell right here, and I want to carefully pour some fresh water into the container, but I only want to measure the specific weight of the water itself, I can easily use this built-in tear function to reset the scale to 0. Right now, the total weight here is 400 grams. If I press the tear button here, you'll see that our net weight is now 0 and our tare weight is 400 grams. So now, if I pour some water into this container and want to get the net weight of the water, I can use this net weight feature to find out the exact weight of the water. Look, now I'm going to start pouring water into the container. Okay, so here I have 500 grams of net water weight that I poured into the container. So here we have a gross weight, which shows us the total weight, which is 900 grams. That is the weight of the water plus the empty container. We have a net weight, which is 500 grams of water that I poured into the container, and we have a tare weight, which is 400 grams for us. It shows the empty weight of our container. So here, if I press the tare reset, you'll see that our tare weight goes to 0, and again, it can show us the total weight here. And if I remove this, you'll see that all these numeric values for us have all gone to 0. In the next lesson, we'll get more familiar with programming this board and also how to calibrate it.